If you drink Scotch and you've stared at Japanese whiskey unsure where to start, this isn't a generic beginner list. Among the world's whiskey-producing nations, Japan built its tradition closest to the Scotch model, and that traces directly to one man's apprenticeship in Scotland in 1918. The industry he started created 5 clear bridges, each connecting a Scotch style you already drink to a Japanese bottle on the other side. Chapter 1. The Islay Drinker. For those whose cabinets are regularly stocked with the maritime, uncompromising powerhouses of Islay, the medicinal punch of Laphroaig, the intense peat of Ardbeg, or the rich, oily balance of Lagavulin, crossing the ocean to look at Japanese spirits might initially feel like a step down in power. Yet high on the cold, windswept northern coast of Hokkaido, Nikka's historic Yoichi distillery produces a single malt that shares this rugged, peat-forward heritage. Established in 1934 by Masataka Taketsuru, the distillery has maintained a traditional, highly demanding production method that has almost entirely vanished from Scotland itself. Yoichi relies on direct coal-fired copper pot stills to heat its wash, a practice that both the Japanese government and the distillery document as one of the last remaining operational examples in the global industry. The extreme, variable heat of these coal fires, which can exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius, forces a heavy copper interaction during distillation, yielding a powerful, heavy spirit with a distinctively bold, smoky character. Whiskey forums and independent reviewers frequently compare this maritime single malt to classic Islay expressions, noting how its coastal, briny peat smoke is complemented by a bright layer of fresh citrus and orange zest. Enthusiasts generally suggest viewing Yoichi as an elegant coastal cousin to your favorite Islay bottle, as the Japanese expression offers a slightly cleaner malt sweetness and a more focused, spice-driven finish instead of trying to copy the Scotch template exactly. If Islay is where your palate lives, Yoichi is the most direct route into Japan. Chapter 2. The Highland Park Fan. For those who appreciate the balanced, gentler smoke of Highland Park, the search for a Japanese counterpart leads away from the coast and deep into the mainland. In 1973, Suntory established the Hakushu distillery, nestled amidst the mountain forests of the southern Japanese Alps at an elevation of approximately 700 meters. The cold mountain air and soft water shape a single malt known for its fresh, herbal character, where a delicate whisper of peat smoke integrates with notes of green apple, pine, and mint. While standard Hakushu expressions are only lightly smoked, the distillery occasionally releases heavily peated bottlings that invite direct comparisons to traditional Scotch. A respected, long-running whiskey review series directly compared one of Hakushu's heavily peated releases to Scotland's Ardmore, describing the Japanese malt as a lighter, more approachable alternative to the intense medicinal peat of Islay. Beyond this specific review, multiple independent reviewers in the wider enthusiast community frequently observe that Hakushu shares a clean, crisp lightness reminiscent of Scotland's Laphroaig. They note that the distillery's high-altitude distillation and narrow-neck pot stills preserve a bright, vegetal freshness, ensuring the smoke complements rather than dominates the underlying spirit. If you like your peat with restraint rather than force, Hakushu speaks your language. Chapter 3. The Speyside Loyalist. If your cabinet regularly features classic Speyside staples like Glenlivet, Glenfiddich, Glenmoray, or Ben Riach, your palate is accustomed to a profile defined by bright orchard fruit, floral elegance, and a gentle sweetness. To find this character in Japan, we travel to a quiet, forest-ringed river valley near Sendai, where Nikka's Miyagikyo distillery sits nestled between the clear waters of the Hiroshi and Nikawa rivers. For Speyside loyalists, independent comparison reviews often point to Miyagikyo as the closest Japanese relative to familiar bottles like Glenmorangie Original, Glenmoray Classic, and Glengoyne 10. The technical explanation for this striking similarity lies in the distillery's physical design. Miyagikyo utilizes exceptionally tall, narrow copper pot stills with ascending line arms and boil balls. This specific geometry forces high reflux during distillation, sending heavier, oilier compounds back down into the pot and allowing only the lighter, highly volatile esters to escape. This process yields a remarkably light, delicate, and fruit-forward spirit. While official records of the event remain unverified, a documented side-by-side blind tasting account reports that Miyagikyo was judged closer to a genuine Speyside single malt than its peers, even outscoring Ben Riach 12 head-to-head on the strength of its light, floral, sweet-finished profile. This is not a loose comparison. It is a whiskey that has already won a blind tasting against the style it echoes. Chapter 4. The Glenlivet 12 Drinker. If your baseline for a reliable, everyday dram is the Glenlivet 12, or a similar Speyside classic, your palate is accustomed to a highly specific experience. You expect a spirit defined by honeyed orchard fruit sweetness, a soft floral lift, and an exceptionally smooth, rounded balance. When seeking this classic profile within the Japanese single malt category, enthusiast discussion and dedicated comparison guides point directly to Yamazaki 12. This benchmark single malt comes from Japan's oldest distillery, established in 1923 in a serene valley near Kyoto, where three rivers converge to create a uniquely humid microclimate. The humid environment accelerates maturation, giving the spirit a slightly more rounded, lingering character that mimics Speyside elegance while building its own depth. Yet, this is not an identical replication. The true divergence lies in the wood. Yamazaki 12 is composed of a complex vatting of several cask types, including a portion aged in rare indigenous Mizunara oak. While the distillery keeps the exact percentage of this native wood undisclosed, its impact on the final character is highly distinct. Tasters and independent reviewers regularly identify subtle, exotic notes of sandalwood, coconut, and faint temple incense, aromatic layers that are entirely absent from traditional Scotch maturation. It provides a familiar, welcoming entry point that gently expands your horizons. Same warmth and honey you already love, with one distinctly Japanese layer added on top. Chapter 5. The Chivas, or Johnny Walker, Black Drinker. If your cabinet regularly holds Chivas Regal or Johnny Walker Black, you likely value a reliable, balanced blend, something easygoing and universally appreciated, perfect for casual sipping or giving as a foolproof gift. When looking for that same crowd-pleasing versatility in Japan, the search leads directly to Hibiki Japanese Harmony. Launched in 2015, this no-age statement expression was designed as an accessible, easier-to-find entry point before drinkers face the steep prices and tight allocations of aged single malts. The recipe blends malt whiskies from Yamazaki and Hakushu with clean-grain whiskey from Cheetah. Brand accounts suggest the component spirits mature across 5 distinct wood types: American ex-bourbon, Spanish sherry, Mizunara oak, French oak, and Portuguese or Hungarian oak. While this specific 5-cask account remains unverified by official technical releases, enthusiasts and reviewers frequently credit this diverse maturation for the whiskey's rounded character. Many independent tasters describe the final profile as carrying the same honeyed orchard fruit sweetness found in Yamazaki, but in a softer, more rounded format. Reviewers consistently point to its notes of orange zest, white chocolate, and light oak spice, noting that it behaves exactly like a premium Scotch blend by remaining soft, approachable, and highly adaptable. If you want a bottle that will not divide the room, this is Japan's answer to your usual crowd pleaser. Your next dram isn't a departure, but a continuation of the flavors you already love. This is Uncorking Japan. What Scotch do you usually drink? Tell us below and we'll recommend where to start. If this helped, please like and subscribe.